I am, as a person, unemployable. One is, it's on?
Yes, everything is on.
Okay. I am, as a person, unemployable, and I have a very clear sense of intent, who I am and what I can offer. I haven't worn my contact lenses today, so everything's a bit blurry. Hi, I'm Husna Rahaman from Fulcrum Studio, and welcome to my space. Was that nice? Was that sounding okay? This is a very hard question for me. I was 21 in London, and I realized that life feeds art and art feeds life, and to be at the epicenter of that would be extremely fulfilling. That was that moment of not knowing and yet knowing. In all these years of being in the practice, it's my very first project at Epsilon for a family, and I still look back with a smile because I can't imagine if I was the client actually saying yes to this request. I wanted to have large fishing boats, which we sourced from the beaches of Karwar, and I had them in the landscape, I had them on the terrace. For me, it was a metaphor about a journey, and the modernity of the home, the angularity, a very sculptural home, resonating and juxtaposed with these incredible, real pieces of art being used, over centuries and then placed in the landscape. I think Fulcrum Studio has that ability, that nuance to receive an extraordinarily odd and surprising brief about material or all else from the client, and still interpret in a way that's extremely surprising and provocative. Well, since it's Bollywood, let's not be coy. Let's call it Husna ka Jalwa. Husna ka Jalwa is a bit corny, but what can I say? It came to my mind. I read that question and I was thinking of this, that, and I said, Bollywood is all about Husna. Every song has Husna, yeah? And Jalwa. I secretly and overtly wish that the question about trends itself would disappear. That's the trend I wish would not exist, whereas I really look at it in terms of deeper questions like, how do you feel there? Who is the person who's going to experience it? What's the journey going to be like from now until forever? And sometimes I provoke those conversations. It's not just about where you sleep, where you eat, where you bathe, where you cook. It's about where you want to be. Glass is this magic, isn't it? It really is that, because it's containing a space, it's defining a boundary, and yet it doesn't exist. I love that it has an immense personality and yet a soft voice. So in a project that we're working on right now, we've recessed the glass in a way that as you're climbing the stairs, you'll only notice the offering of the glass, which will be incredible shadows which change through the day, but the glass itself is concealed. And hence, the protagonist is invisible and yet its presence is felt. Glass is entirely versatile, and how it can create avatars of itself. It can prohibit sound from moving. So in bedrooms where I still want expansion, I can use the glass to feel like the room is seamless, and yet it contains the conversation and the physicality within the space. Its sheen, its ability to be wiped off and hygienic, and using it in a kitchen can be fun. Less can be more with glass. Both. Why can't there be both? Because you can have an extremely bold space with delicacy and hence balanced. If I'm going to say both to everything, for the moment, the mood is gloss. For today, pop of color. It really depends on the number of shoes a client has. But maximalism, in terms of just the kind of things that people have, and that people live in homes where they have enormous number of clothes and shoes, a lot more than I ever expect. But minimalism, to be able to keep all that in ways that seem that they don't exist, and the place feels minimal and light, and unburdened by clutter? Such complex questions. The true residents of any home, apart from the owners in their physical state, are the intangibles, the light, the air, these clouds right now that surround us.